Hello, we're back. I've said that so many times as of recent, but again I took a little hiatus, but I did keep uploading. I uploaded some continent country vids, you know, just as stock fillers because I thought I can't be asked to be in front of the camera. But no, I'm back. I'm back in front of the camera, and because there's a little pay-per-view going down on Monday morning for us dickheads in the UK. It is Money in the Bank. Just move this mic a bit forward because I've got the camera a bit higher and you can't see the mic, it's quite near. But yes, it is Money in the Bank on Sunday/Monday, or whatever you're watching it from. It could be any time. But yeah, I thought I'd just do a quick little vid. I hope it's quick because longer vids take a lot of editing. Well, the editing software I use is a free. I love it. It's open shot. It's very good. But yeah, enough about that. It does take a while. So let's make this short and sweet. I'm going to do a sort of little prediction video. Ooh, and before I go into it, I'm going to put in the title as well. There is a spoiler in here. It's not a spoiler who's going to win, but it's a spoiler who could be in the match. So just a little warning. You know, just don't watch this. You've probably seen it already. If you watch wrestling YouTube, you've probably seen this already. Yeah, I'm going to do a little prediction video for the men's and women's. I've got them written down on a little piece of paper. There's 8 in each match. I love the Money in the Bank. Last year's Money in the Bank was the cinematic one where they went to the top of... What were they speaking in Northern accent? Went to the top of the tower and Rey Mysterio and Aleister Black, or Malachi Black in AEW now, died because Baron Corbin threw him off the edge. Listen, I really enjoyed that match. I thought it was fantastic. I know a lot of people didn't really like it, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. It was so much fun. You know, in the long run, I don't think Otis should have won. Or, you know, it was fun in winning, but they didn't really think of anything after that. But, you know, bollocks. Absolute bollocks. But yeah, this year's Money in the Bank should be good. First, WrestleMania. I mean, crowd is starting to come back now for good in America, which is fantastic because, no offense, but you know, at the start, the Thunderdome was, that's a nice little change to, you know, performance centre wrestlers and just the empty arena. It was alright, but I think that's died now. It's got shit. Pigeons on the roof. Pigeons on the roof. In my kitchen, it's sort of an extension, and the roof is not like a normal roof, it's like very thin, and you can hear everything. So, yeah. In this video, I'm going to be sort of doing a prediction who I think will win, and a prediction who I want to win, sort of thing. So I'm going to, you know, go through the lists and stuff, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about the competitors and all that shit. And I'm going to pick who I think WWE picked to win, and I'll pick who I want to win. Right, so we'll start with the women. The women's Money in the Bank. Very terrible news about Bayley. She was supposed to have a match with Bianca Belair at this weekend's Money in the Bank, and she was training for that match and got injured and is out for 9 months. Absolutely devastating, because I think Bayley, along with Sasha and, you know, Drew at the early stages, but mainly them two, they absolutely killed it in the No Crowd era. They absolutely killed it. That feud was brilliant. And Bayley is absolutely brilliant. And when she does come back, she's going to get the pop of her life. And I think that'll turn her into a babyface again, because she'll just get the pop of her life when she comes back. So gutted for her. Absolutely so gutted for her. She's brilliant. But yeah, the women's Money in the Bank. Carmella was supposed to be in the women's Money in the Bank, but now she's being put into the Bianca Belair match at last minute. You know, it's still going to be a brilliant match. I think Carmella's really good. She's quite underrated, but yeah, there's no storyline to it because she just chucked her in, you know. But that's fair enough. It's what they do. In this match, we've got Alexa Bliss. Sorry if you've got an Amazon device in your house and it's just gone off, but sorry, that's her name. Naomi, Nikki Ash, or Nikki Cross, if you know haven't watched Raw over the past couple of weeks. Asuka, Liv Morgan, Natalya, Selena Vega, and a TBD entrant. Now, this TBD entrant, I did read this morning. I might put the article in here if I'm going to be bothered, but it was on What Culture's video as well. The TBD person is looking likely to be Sonya Deville. Now, Sonya Deville last year had a brilliant feud with Mandy Rose. I thought she was brilliant. I think Sonya Deville should have a title in the very near future. I think she's fantastic. And she's legit as well. I know she didn't have that many MMA matches, but she's so legit, she's so good. And apparently they've been pushing really hard to get her back into the ring, and it's going to be this weekend. Yeah, so that's spoiler. That's the spoiler. It might not be true, it might just be a load of bollocks, but that's what I've heard anyway. That's what I've heard. My sources, not my sources, just search up and say, tomato sauce, really lovely. Yeah, but yeah, it's supposed to be Sonya Deville is the last entrant in that match, which will be really interesting. But yeah, I think if she is actually in that match, I think she will win. I think WWE will pick her to win. It's not who I want to win, but I think that's who they'll pick. And before that, it was probably Alexa Bliss as the favourite. I mean, no offence to her, and she's obviously really enjoying this character and all that shit, but it's not my cup of tea. You know, I love The Undertaker and all that spooky bollocks, but this, it's not for me. He's basically playing a child. The character she is playing is a child. So, you know, and if you do like that and you're over the age of, 16, then you might want to take a look at yourself because, yeah, fair enough, if, you know, I like Alexa as a wrestler, I think she's a brilliant wrestler, but this character, it's nonce-bait, basically. You know, if you're really into that character, oh yeah, he looks good. She's playing a character of a child, mate. But yeah, before the men's ones got announced, I had this horrible feeling that the two winners were going to be The Fiend and Alexa, which is absolutely, my Alexa's gone off now, which would be absolutely catastrophic. Alexa, off. Bloody hell. Listening to my conversations. Yeah, sorry about that if you do have one of them. I'm just going to call her Bliss on that one. But yeah, they were my picks, and apparently she's the favourite. I'm not sure how you're going to have favourites in you know wrestling winners because it's predetermined. But yeah, they look like a bookie on that. But yeah, it was Bliss, Little Miss Bliss, before I heard the news this morning. But yeah, the people in this match are really good. I mean, Naomi's a brilliant wrestler. Shame about her husband stuff, but we won't get into that. Naomi's a brilliant wrestler. Nikki Cross is alright. You know, she's okay. And, you know, that's... touch on that briefly. Her character, Nikki Ash, Ash is A.S.H. It means almost superhero. It's not for me. It's definitely not for me. But, I like the Hurricane though, so I suppose, yeah, it might be for me. But this is catered for the kids. You know, I'm a 24-year-old man now. 24, you still watch wrestling? Yes, I do. I really enjoy it. But yeah, she made this character up herself, which is fair enough. It's not my cup of tea, but it's one for the kids, and the kids will love it. And as long as she's enjoying herself, that's all that matters, innit? You know, there's loads of wrestling I'm not fussed on, but as long as they're enjoying themselves, that's all that matters, right? You can't just give them shit on the internet. Just get on with your life, mate. Asuka won the Money in the Bank last year. Didn't cash in because Becky Lynch was not pregnant. Just give it to her. Fair enough. I think Asuka was. Oh yeah, at the start of the no crowd era, Asuka was fantastic as well. I don't think she'll win this year, but it'll be nice to have her in the match because she's probably up there, you know, with the best women's wrestler in the world, in my opinion. You've got Natalya, who. She's at the moment with Tamina. I quite like Tamina, but at the moment I prefer Tamina and then Natalya, to be honest. But she is currently the Women's Tag Team Champion, which she's having a feud with Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose. I couldn't give less of a shit, to be honest. Natalya, a Neidhart who still can't do a sharpshooter very good. I mean, she used to be able to do it quite good, but now it's just like sort of gone downhill. I don't think she's that good. You know, she's one of them wrestlers that sort of, we'll chuck her in a match because she's a safe pair of hands, which is fair enough. And she, you know, her dad's a legend, her family's a legend, and you know she's been around for ages, so fair enough. But I think she's just been chucked in there because there's no one else left on the SmackDown side. Another person in this match, Selena Vega, come back as of recent, you know, after all that bollocks, he's like, "Ooh, I support unionisation," and she deleted the tweet. So you know, ooh, wave the cash in front of me face and I'll delete the tweet. Her husband, Malachi Black's gone into AW now, which I really love. I love Aleister Black, Malachi Black. While we're bringing him up here, this is a Money in the Bank video. Yeah, she come back and lost in 3 minutes, which is fair enough, mate. I think Zelina's quite good. I think she's quite underrated. I didn't think she'd get sacked, but you know, all that bollocks. But fair play to her coming back because she's probably earning a lot of money, which is yeah. Obviously, Sonya Deville mentioned her, and we've got Liv Morgan. Now I love Liv Morgan, and it's not just because of the way she looks. She's a good-looking girl, but you know, I think she's massively underrated. Liv Morgan. I think she's brilliant in the ring. I think she's got a brilliant character. She could be absolutely superb, and I think she does deserve a belt. There's a lot of fans online for Liv Morgan pushing for her to get, you know, up to that top level, which I think she should. Now, we've gone through them briefly, and I think I did say this earlier, but I think the person that WWE picked to win is Sonya Deville, if she is in that match. Other than that, I think it's going to be Bliss, which won't be that good, but, you know, who cares, like, you know. But if I was picking it, and I was choosing it, it would be Liv Morgan, because I think, yeah, Liv Morgan, and apparently the draft has been pushed back to October, which is a lot of shit, because that'll be quite close to Survivor Series again, which is in like a month, and you go like, oh yeah, I wear a blue shirt now, not red, and it's like, oh, fuck off, have it earlier. But I do think the women's side of the Money in the Bank should cash in on Raw, because Rhea Ripley, I've seen Rhea Ripley wrestle live, and she's brilliant, and Charlotte Flair's storyline has been absolutely shit. You know, they were so simple. So simple. They're going to be like, oh yeah, Charlotte Flair beat me at WrestleMania last year, I'll beat you at WrestleMania this year, and we carry on like that. But it's been absolutely fucking dreadful. Awful. You know, and they're both brilliant. I mean, Charlotte Flair does get pushed a bit too much, but they're both brilliant wrestlers, but it's absolutely shit. It is the worst part of Monday Night Raw, and Monday Night Raw is rubbish at the moment. I mean, there's good bits. The thing about Raw, there's going to be good matches on it, but the rest of it is just dire. Absolutely dire. And the Rhea Ripley Charlotte storyline is awful. Just watch it. If you do like it, fair enough, it's up to you, innit? But I think it's shit. This is not getting monetised. It won't get monetised anyway because only one person will watch it, and that'll be me. But yeah, if I was choosing, I would pick Liv Morgan because I think she deserves a push. She is so underutilised, underrated, and now that, you know, Ruby Riot's gone, you know, sadly, you know, not nice for someone to lose their job. Hopefully she'll be pushed up higher, pushed up to the top. You know, I don't see her cashing in on Belair. I see her cashing in on Rhea, but I see any of the women's winners cashing in on Rhea because I don't see them dropping the belt for Bianca yet. You know, which is, it's tough. If it is Bliss, I think, am I leaning more towards Bliss on the double? If Sonya Deville is not in that match, Bliss will win. But if I was choosing, I'd choose Liv Morgan. I'm speeding this up a bit because I think my camera battery's dropping down a little bit. Yeah, I'm talking a lot of bollocks as usual. It's the off season. I'm quite rusty on the talking side. We've been recording for 15 minutes. Ooh, got a bit too far. On the men's side, we've got Seth Rollins, who beat my guy Cesaro, but that's fair enough after the 20th match or something. But we got Shinsuke Nakamura, or Kingsuke Nakamura as he is now. He's got the crown off Baron Corbin. Fair enough, you know. We've got sad Baron Corbin. Now he's really upset because he's poor and his hair is growing back there. You've got Matt Riddle. Fair enough. He thinks Randy Orton's died on Raw. He's looking up at the sky and, okay, he hasn't died. Well, I probably hope he hasn't. That'd be really sad. You've got Kevin Owens, who apparently looks like me. He doesn't. He looks nothing like me. I mean, if I grew my beard out and got grey hair and got tattoos and got, brilliant at wrestling and become a brilliant bloke, then I would be Kevin Owens, but I'm not. I'm just a fat dickhead. You've got Drew McIntyre, who this time last year was probably my favourite wrestler. This year he's not. He's just turned into a complete dickhead. He's got a little bit of a feud going on at the moment with Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal is coming back. This is going to be an unpopular opinion, but I do quite like Jinder. I think Jinder's quite good. Jinder Mahal's got a motorbike. He's basically midlife crisis Jinder. And he nicked Drew's sword, but it wasn't the real sword. He broke the sword, the replica sword. And then Drew was like, oh, that's not the real sword. And then he got the real sword and smashed up his bike. But without the sword. He should use a sword to break the bike, but he didn't. 3MB, remember that? The Heath Slater's not in anymore, so it was just a two-man band. 2MB. You've got Big E, which, you know, is an outside chance. It's definitely an outside chance. You've got John Morrison, or Johnny Drip Drip, or the Flood Stud, whatever the fucking Moist Morrison, whatever he's called, the moistest man in America. And you've got Ricochet. And by the way, John Morrison and Ricochet have been having brilliant matches on Raw. The last man standing match last night was brilliant. The bit a couple of weeks ago where Ricochet jumped off the ropes onto the barricade. I know there was a crash from out the other side, but it's fucking wrestling, mate. You know, just get over it. They utilised the Thunderdome quite well there. They utilised not having fans quite well. It's still a crazy move. I mean, but yeah, Ricochet and John Morrison are in as well, quite respectively. And they've been having quite good matches on Raw, in amongst shit. But yeah, they're the 8 competitors, 4 from SmackDown, 4 from Raw. And I don't think Seth will win it. I think, well, we've seen the news, if you do keep up with wrestling, you've seen the news that Seth Rollins is probably going to have a match with Edge at SummerSlam. And, you know, I have seen on, well, when it was announced online, you know, the rumour came out online, I saw a lot of people that didn't want it to happen. I was like, what the fucking hell are you on about? Seth Rollins is brilliant, Edge is brilliant, it's going to be a superb match. Seth Rollins is going to be the heel, Edge is going to get cheered like crazy, it's going to be a brilliant match. But, yeah, you've got Shinsuke Nakamura. I don't think them two will win. Seth Rollins could be... I don't think he'll win, and I don't think Shinsuke will either. I mean, he might, but I really don't see it happening, to be honest. Sorry, lads, I just don't see it happening. Well, Seth Rollins has got a match with Edge potentially coming up, so he might cost him there, and I see Baron Corbin costing Nakamura, getting his own back there, and yeah, but the thing is, if that happens, I'll have another match, and can we not? I mean, Boogs might win it. Boogs for Money in the Bank, that'd be fun. And then we got Riddle, who is my pick, who I think WWE will pick to win. Oh, Riddle. I think what will happen is I pitched a storyline perfectly here. Not a lot of you might not like it, but I think Riddle will win, being helped by Randy Orton. He'll cash in on Bobby Lashley, beat Bobby Lashley. And then Orton will turn on Riddle and, you know, they'll go into that. Because I think Orton will be like, ooh, Riddle will be easier to beat than Lashley. But yeah, but I don't want them to split up. Because I think it's so funny. They are so funny. Then you've got Kevin Owens, aka me. It's not me though, I don't know him like him. I love Kevin Owens. I think Kevin Owens is one of the best wrestlers. Well, bit far best wrestlers, but you know, the way the stuff he puts his body through is, oh, God. You know, there was murmurs that he was going to have a little break as of recently, but he just didn't. And he's the bumps he takes in, you know, just random SmackDown matches is, oh. Just drop me on my back on this table, you know. Do it again. Drop me on my back on the floor. Fucking hell, Kev. Put your body through loads just for WWE. And I love you for that. But, there is a but here. I think Sami Zayn should have beat Kevin Owens to qualify. I think Sami Zayn should have won the Money in the Bank, because I think that would have been absolutely fantastic if Sami Zayn won. Oh, just Sami Zayn as Money in the Bank holder would have been so funny. Just waltzing around, dancing around with the Money in the Bank. You could have held it for months as well and not cashed in. It's just so funny, but yeah, I don't think Kev is winning either. And nor is Drew McIntyre. The phone has rung. We'll be right back. Right, we're back. The phone rung. Fucking great. Well, why are you ringing in the middle of recording, lads? But yeah, where was I? Drew McIntyre's not going to win either. I think Jinder will cost him. There'll be a lot of costings in this match. It could end up in like a fucking 15-man Money in the Bank. But I don't think Drew will win, and I don't want Drew to win. I don't think many people want Drew to win. why would you want Drew and Bobby Lashley again? But they could do the whole thing where it's like, oh yeah, because he is banned from having matches with Bobby Lashley. But you're like, oh, but cash-in is not technically a match. Bollocks! I don't want that again. I mean, oh god, no thanks, no thanks to Drew. I don't think they'll pick him to win either. I think some bollocks will happen and he won't get it. Jinder will get involved or something. The next one is really interesting because it's Big E. Again, there was murmurings that he was going to get drafted to Raw, and they would reunite the New Day, which is okay. But I do quite like Big E having his own thing. But yeah, that could be a little gateway. Win the Money in the Bank, cash in on Lashley, not on Roman Reigns, because I see both cash-ins being on Raw. I really don't see anyone cashing in on Roman. And even if they do, they're going to fail. I mean, Roman should hold the belt until, 2050. But, yeah. Big E is an outside chance to win, I think. I think it's between Big E and Riddle, but, yeah. I could see Big E winning it. I could definitely see Big E winning it. I know he lost his feud with Apollo Crews, but then beat him to qualify. Well done. That's great, You're Intercontinental Champion. Really looks strong there. But yeah, they were really fun. I'm not sure. We'll get into it in a minute. We've been recording for more than 20 minutes. Do you know what? I'm going to keep the phone bit in. That's fun, isn't it? That's fun. The next up, we've got John Morrison. I think John Morrison is really underrated. I think, he's in his 40s now. He's obviously not as quick as he used to be, but his free-running background really helps him, and I think he's brilliant. And, he's quite funny as well. He's quite funny. I don't see him winning, but I wouldn't mind if he did. I definitely wouldn't mind if he did. Excuse me. I can see him winning. The Miz trying to get the briefcase off him. Saying, oh, you won that, can I have it? And then John Morrison saying no. And then them two feuding or something like that. But, I don't know. I don't book it, and even if I did, it'd be shit. Right, the next guy is Ricochet. Ricochet. Imagine if he won that bit. They finally pulled the trigger on a Ricochet push. How good would that be? How good would that be? Ricochet is brilliant, man. Ricochet is probably, he's top 5 wrestlers in that company. Just because he can't talk on a mic, they don't use him as much. It's bollocks. What were the bollocks? It's like, going back to AEW, sorry. But Penta don't speak a word of, he hardly speaks any English. They've got a translator there, but he hardly speaks. There's a lot of people that hardly speak in AEW, and they just show how good they are in the ring. They don't need to speak. They're just brilliant in the ring. That's all that matters. For God's sake. I know WWE is promo city, but who cares if Ricochet's not good? He's fucking brilliant. He's fucking brilliant. And I don't mean it's horrible. It's horrible for someone to lose a job, especially in a pandemic. But I wouldn't mind it if Ricochet got released, because he could go somewhere else and just smash it. He would just be so good. He would just be so good. I'm waiting for a story to come out where it's like, Vince McMahon doesn't really get Ricochet's wrestling style or something like that. It's like, fuck off. I would love Ricochet to win. I would absolutely love him to win. It'd be so good. It'd be so good. Again, Ricochet is superb at wrestling, so even if he doesn't win, he is going to be flying all over the place in this match and just, Ricochet, man, so good, so good. My WWE pick to win this is Riddle, and my pick is Riddle. I've gone for a double Riddle here. I can see Riddle winning. Ooh, a little thought has popped into my head. I mean, I've pictured the Randy Orton storyline with Riddle, which is fair enough, that could happen, but Riddle versus Brock Lesnar would be quite fun. Riddle versus Brock Lesnar would be lovely. Two MMA, or former MMA fighters. Ooh, that'd be quite nice. Maybe not, I don't know. Have you seen Brock's hair now? That's ridiculous, isn't it? Well, slick back, top knot. I mean, it does look a bit shit. Don't tell him, don't tell him. Don't tell him. He's terrifying. He's a terrifying man. He could beat the shit out of me. Literally, shit would come out of me. But yeah, my two picks, who I think will win is Riddle. Who I want to win is Riddle, because I think it would just be so funny. It will be so funny, and they could make Money in the Bank briefcases with snakes and doobies on it, draws, you know, and you know, because he's done this thing where he climbed to the ladder on Raw, climbed to the top of the ladder and said I'm so high, which is funny because you know Riddle's a stoner. That's funny, isn't it? But yeah, do I change my I want to win? Because I would love Ricochet to win. I'm going to stick to it. I'm going to stick to a double Riddle. I think that would be fantastic. Right, men's side, I'm going for Riddle and Riddle. Who I think will win is Riddle, who I want to win is Riddle. And on the women's side, who I think will win is Sonya, if she is included. If not, it will be Bliss. Alexa Bliss. And who I want to win is Liv Morgan. And there we have it. We have been recording for over 25 minutes. I really didn't want to record this long, but it's happened. Who gives a fuck? Sorry about the phone call in the middle of the video, but you know, that's life. That's what happens when you record, when you still live at home. You sit at home at 24, what the fuck? Yeah, I still do, but that's what happens. Things happen. But yeah, thank you for watching. I will keep doing these, or talkie videos and stuff like that. I really want to buy a GoPro or you know, a little tiny camera with a really good camera, but I can't afford it. I mean, I can afford it, but I just don't want to spend like 300 quid on a little camera. But yeah, enough about that. That is my Money in the Bank predictions. Put yours in the comments. Hopefully you enjoy Money in the Bank. Hope it's really good. I can't wait because fans are back for good and it'll be fantastic. But yeah, thank you for watching. Cheerio, lads.